can survive Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz. Like, come on, man. If the fight doesn't happen in 2021, I'm going to retire. I'm going to retire before I've ever started. I don't have time. I'm getting up in age. I need $20 million to make the fight happen. They know what I want because I know what the numbers are going to do. Look what Nate Robinson just fought. Look at the numbers they've done. People want to see this fight.
Let's go.
All right, tail of the tape. Take it in right there. What do you think, B. Marsh? How does that stack up?
I mean, Bubba is 27 now. He's 6'5". He's 270 pounds. His reach is at an 87. So, I mean, the tail of the tape, we should be putting Bubba up there. What I said is true.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you walk into these street fights, it's tougher than actually going into the ring. So if the fight doesn't happen before September, I'm retiring.
Deontay Wilder, stop ducking us. Old Brandon Marshall and Kevin Wilds, his promoter, is telling you, sign up for this fight. I know Brandon said 20. Give me a shout. We take 17. Brandon, you and I, a little 90-10 split. You're doing most of the work. I'm just promoting. 90-10 split. Okay, 95-5. 95-5. Well, that's okay. Let's get it on. My guy is willing to put up his sterling, undefeated record against you, Deontay Wilder. And this time, don't blame your heavy costume. Brandon Marshall's coming in shirtless, just like he works out. Let's go.
America, did you hear what my buddy Brandon Marshall just said? He gave Bubba's tail of the tape. There was one important figure because Brandon's confidence comes from beating Bubba in a street fight in Pittsburgh. He said Bubba is 27, which means when that street fight took place, Brandon was 18 and Bubba was 8 years old. And Brandon, ever since then, has thought he can beat anybody. Yeah, of course you beat up Bubba, Brandon. You're 10 years older than him. That means nothing. Deontay Wilder will kill you. You can't do this, man. You're too important to the show. You can't fight Deontay Wilder for any amount of money. There's no amount of money. You have enough. You got a lot of money. Yeah.
If you walk into the hood, there's some big 8-year-olds in the hood. Bubba was big.
I know, I know.
Bubba was big.
Okay, that's
Bubba was
fine.
big.
But you're not. You've never been small.
Undefeated.
We got to switch gears here.
Never lost.
Let that one simmer. Head to Brooklyn. The Nets without James Harden last night, but with Kevin Durant. Haven't said that in a long time. KD making his big return, missing 23 games with that hamstring, but he was back. He looked great on a minutes restriction, 5 for 5 coming off the bench, 17 points. Nets rolling over the Pelicans. We got Chris Broussard joining us now. Break it all down. Broussard, good morning to you. You watched this game. What stood out to you about KD's big night?
Well, Jenna, 2 words rang through my mind as I watched KD and the Nets last night. It's over. All right, I'm going to go full Kenny Smith in an NBA slam dunk contest. Yeah. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go home. Let's go home. It's over. I mean, this is an embarrassment of riches. Yes. You guys now saw last night why for the last few months I've been saying Kevin Durant fits more seamlessly into an offense than any 30-point scorer on the planet. It's because he is so darn efficient, doesn't over-dribble, is a great shooter, and we saw it last night. I mean, 17 points on 5 shots? That seems impossible.
Perfect.
It seems impossible, and he did it.
Perfect from the field.
And obviously, yes, I get it. The 6 turnovers. That's the only thing you can say why he wasn't absolutely 100% perfect. But who cares about those turnovers? Because the efficiency, he had 5 assists. They already were getting open looks before KD got on the floor. But now you put him on the floor with Kyrie. You see these guys drawing so much attention. He's a willing passer. So Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, and the rest of the guys are getting open looks. Their efficiency offensively with Durant on the floor in those 19 minutes was 143. 143. The best all time, I think, for a team is like 119, something like that. Defensively, and here's where we wonder, are they going to be good enough? Defensively with Durant on the floor, he's a long, rangy guy who can defend. 92.7 defensive rating. So you can poo-poo that the Pelicans can't play defense, so yeah, the offense looked great. But the Pelicans are a good offensive team. They're 8th in the league offensively in rating, and the Nets shut them down. Look, Zion was going for a record. 26 straight game of 20 or more points.
Chris,
on
enough.
50% shooting. They held him to 4 of 12 and 16 points. It was just awe-inspiring.
You made your case. You made your case. Why are you still talking about it? Everybody saw it. What are you doing? You're talking for 5 minutes. I'll be quick here. Chris is absolutely right. It's over, Nick. And the first thing that I thought about, they were going into half, I was just thinking about what you said yesterday. You said something really interesting. You said, man, watching Kevin Durant play basketball is one of the greatest things to do in sports, or one of the greatest things to watch in sports. Man, I've seen Mayweather fight ringside. I flew over to Wembley over in London and watched Klitschko take on Anthony Joshua, 2 heavyweights, bring him back the heavyweight division. I've seen some amazing things. I've been to Super Bowls. I've been to finals. I've done so many things in sports, some cool things. And when you said that, I said, this guy is just like, he's just trying to make a headline. He's just trying to say something outlandish. But when you watch this dude, you're talking about 2 months off, Nick, 23 games, and he comes in and he's perfect from the field, and he's so efficient with the ball in his hands. He's getting his teammates involved. Nick, it's over. Chris is right. What is it? There's nothing else to talk about, buddy. What else do you need to see?
Well, then, listen. Hold on. Let's put everyone on the screen because, listen, Broussard, our resident NBA expert, declared it's over. Brandon's been saying it's over for a few months now. So I guess the only thing left to ask is this then, and I'm going to ask Chris Broussard directly, because this is a super team. This is a dominant, unbeatable team as presently configured. So I'm just curious, if they make the finals and play the Lakers, and if the impossible happens, and at the end of the season, LeBron James is still holding that title, is that going to be enough for you to finally join the right side of the most important argument about the GOAT? I'm just curious. If he beats this unbeatable team that you just well, that's perplexing.
No.
Now I'm just so confused because but this team's not beatable. So if he beats an unbeatable team, if he's beaten the 2 best teams ever put together to lose in a finals, the 73-win Warriors and then this unbeatable Nets team, if he beats those 2 teams, it's not enough. It's still not enough. I don't understand how that could be true, but listen, the season's over evidently, guys. They did 25th in defense, but they were good for 9 minutes last night, so that's fine. On a Pelicans team that was on a back-to-back, hadn't played 5 to 7 nights, no Brandon Ingram, but that's, no. The Nets defense is fixed and they're unbeatable. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to fold my hand, Brandon. They're an unbeatable basketball team. I didn't know that. I disagree with it, but go ahead, Brandon.
Chris, I'm with you when you're right, buddy. If they beat the Nets, I'm with Nick. LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT.
Yeah.
If they beat the Nets,
let's see how it happens. If it happens, I mean, first of all, the Nets got to get healthy. Obviously, that's the caveat. Can these guys be healthy? They still aren't healthy.
It's over.
All right, so that's the thing we have to see. But it's over assuming everybody's healthy. KD, Harden, LeBron, Anthony Davis, all these guys healthy. This is the best team. All right? And here's Kerry Kittles. I spoke with him earlier in the year, former Nets player, or earlier in the week. He made a great point because I've been wondering, okay, we've never seen a team play so little basketball together and win a championship. He made a great point. He said, look, today's NBA is so simple. It's all high pick and roll, all drive and kick, spot up at the three-point line. All the teams are doing the same thing. So it is easier today to just fit together without a lot of time together on the court. Whereas back when he played, different teams had different sets, different systems. So I think Kerry's right. That's a great point. And it does take away some of the worry about can these guys really win it with 15 games together in the regular season?
So, Broussard, I'll meet you halfway. I think the chemistry issue that we sort of worried about is you have nothing to worry about. The way that the guys cheer for each other emotionally, Blake gets a dunk, everybody gets excited. Kevin Durant hits his first shot and Kyrie's fired up. So it does feel like a little 2008 Celtics were all one, even though they are a few disparate parts.